Frequently asked questions. Is there an automated way of growing an email list? Not really. Email marketing automation tools can help you to automate parts of your list growing workflow, such as adding new subscribers to specific segments, but planning it, implementing it, and integrating it within your sales funnel is up to you. There are marketers that try to automate list growing by buying lists and importing them straight to an email marketing automation tool, but this is a less than ideal strategy. Our recommendation is to simply start by generating referral leads through your primary business contacts, clients, and through whoever can help you to reach new subscribers organically, such as colleagues, friends, and family. Do you have to write original content if you want to do email marketing? If you want to engage with your audience in a meaningful way, and if you want to avoid being flagged as a spammer, then yes, you better make an effort to create original content for your marketing emails. It all comes down to offering something that your audience and potential clients care about enough as to keep opening your emails. You can also curate third-party content from authorities in your target niche, but it has been found that subscribers respond better to original content. Are there email marketing laws that you have to adhere to? Absolutely. And although they vary from one country to another, they all require you to follow a series of guidelines that are put in place to protect email users, especially if you are sending emails for commercial use. Some of these guidelines include adding an easy-to-access unsubscribe method in all your emails, quickly unsubscribing someone on request, including your business's physical address, emailing people who have not opted into your lists. What is the most crucial aspect of the email marketing workflow? Every step in your email marketing workflow is vital, yet we would dare to say that perhaps the most important step is quality assurance before sending or scheduling your emails. You won't be able to correct anything after you send an email, so the best practice is to approve every element, every word, and every link in your emails before they're sent out to your intended recipients. What's the optimal send frequency? There is no real consensus as to what is the optimal contact frequency because different frequencies have different degrees of success, depending on factors such as type of audience and nature of the campaign. However, a frequency of 4 to a minimum of 2 emails per month has been found to work great for lots of marketing agencies and their clients. The key is in split testing your own schedules and frequencies, and then to stick to the ones that work best. What's the difference between deliverability and open rate? Deliverability is the rate at which your emails are being actually sent to the intended recipients. That is, the average percentage of times that your emails are not bounced, whether they are opened by the recipient or not. The opposite of this metric is bounce rate. Open rate, on the other hand, is the average percentage of times that your emails are actually opened by your recipients, whether they engage or not. What is the ideal open rate? Just like with send frequency, there is no consensus as to what represents an ideal open rate. Yet there are industry benchmarks that you can compare against. Studies have found that the average open rate across most industries is 20%, with lots of companies faring below 20% that are still considered successful. That means that if you were getting open rates below 20%, let's say at around 15%, you are getting acceptable open rates. If you are getting open rates of 20% to 25%, you are sitting right on the average. And if you are getting open rates above 25% all the way to 30%, you are killing it. What are other important metrics to track? There are 4 fundamental metrics that you need to track in order to improve your email marketing efforts. Inbox rates. This is the average percentage of emails that are actually sent to your recipients' inboxes and not to the spam folder, not to be confused with deliverability. Bounce rates. The average percentage of emails that are rejected by recipients' email service providers. Spam reports. The average specific number of times that your emails have been marked as spam. Unsubscribe rates. The average number of people that unsubscribe from your lists. Speaking of bounce rates, what is the difference between soft bounces and hard bounces? Soft bounces happen when your emails are rejected because of a temporary issue, such as a full inbox or unavailable service. Hard bounces happen when delivery fails because of a permanent or unfixable issue, such as a fake, misspelled, invalid, or blocked email address. In general, You'll be better off deleting hard bounce addresses from your lists to improve deliverability. How can you make sure that all your emails look great when they are delivered? This can be a difficult task because not all email service providers handle email design the same, which means that your emails won't fit the same on a Gmail inbox than on an Outlook inbox because both handle HTML differently. Workarounds that you can try using an email marketing tool such as HubSpot, which allows you to test emails for different providers within it. Creating dummy accounts for each of your target providers where you can receive your test emails, and setting up a custom email layout that fits all email provider inbox as well.